quick tips for the upcoming round.
Yep.
We've got Eels and Panthers. I reckon Panthers by comfortably.
Yep.
I think Panthers comfortably.
I think Panthers as well. 13 plus.
I
think 13 plus.
I hope they boo Ryan Madison out of the park.
I mean, look at their second rows. Cartwright and Madison playing his first game of the year. You got Dury on the bench who can't bend the line whatsoever.
I honestly don't think Dury will play because he injured his leg.
But he got cleared and he's playing.
Dury from Dogs.
Yeah, he signed with the Eels. He's on the bench.
Wiramu Greg, he's got big size on him. Can he really produce the minutes out there?
I think he still needs to warm into it a little bit.
He's a big boy. He's very strong physically.
They got Brendan Hands debuting.
They got McIntyre playing, so he's very physical.
But Eels fans have been calling for Brendan Hands to debut for a while now, so hopefully...
What's his position of note?
I think he's a forward or a second row.
Second row forward, I heard, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see how we go, but I think that this is...
I think Penrith's going to blow him off the park.
Yeah, it's definitely a Penrith game, for sure. Then we've got Storm and Tigers.
Oh, Storm for sure.
I don't see the Storm losing 3 in a row.
Yeah, I don't see
I know the Tigers will be hungry for a win.
But it's at Amy Park.
Jerome Hughes is playing, I believe. I know Munster's back.
Well, yeah,
They're all
apparently.
back this week.
Yeah, Munster's back.
Okay, so if Hughes is playing, I'm still going to back the Storm. It's in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Imagine the Tigers knock them over. But I'm going to go Storm. I'm going to go Storm by 12. Not convincingly.
No, I'm going to go Storm by 13 plus.
I'm going to go by 12. Those last 2 rounds
Brendan?
just...
I want to go by Storm 13 plus, yeah.
I just thought those last 2 rounds opened the can of worms. I mean, I don't even like the look of the Storm's bench.
Yeah, the bench is... Look, the bench is still... I think the bench is developing, and it's because they got Tarek Sims there now, who I think made a big difference when he came on against the Titans. So, and he's going to take some time. So, look, I think they'll be a lot better with Cameron Munster there. I just think he adds that X factor that I think maybe the Storm have lost.
Is Munster back this week?
Yeah, Munster's back this week.
Because, I mean, if you look at the Melbourne starting forwards, I just want to throw a few names out there.
Yeah.
Tui Kamika. He's...
Kamika,
yeah. I don't think he's ever started before. Or he's hardly ever...
Yes.
He's not a normal starter.
No, he's not.
He's normally a bench player. You skip past Harry Grant. You skip past the experienced Christian Welsh, who is a rep player.
Yeah.
And then you got Trent Loera, is that how you say it?
Yeah.
And then you got Elise Qatar, a lot of potential. And you got Josh King. And then you go to the bench, you got Wishart, McDonald, okay, Sims is experienced, and you got Garlic.
Yeah.
It just seems like they're short in the forwards or inexperienced.
I agree with you. But I think that having...
I wouldn't be surprised if somehow the Tigers, as dreadful as they've been, because they made a few positional changes as well.
Yeah, which actually I was going to talk about. So they've got Adam Dewey playing at fullback. They've got Brandon Wakeham at 6 and Luke Brooks at 7.
Why they got Wakeham starting?
They got Dan Laurie back on the bench. He's normally a starting fullback.
I don't understand why they have Dan Laurie on the bench. Look, I thought John Bateman played well.
It might be a master because, look, back in the days, Tim Sheens would tinker and pull a rabbit out of the hat. Whether that's... I think his time might have passed. I think it's just beyond him. I don't know why Laurie's on the bench, but...
I mean, what confidence does it give you fullback when there's a backup fullback there? If he's going, because he hooked not Faluma and like the 50th,
he might have a plan. Maybe Wakeham might go into a utility role, and then Dwayne will go back into the halves, and Laurie will come on. I just got to see how it's going to work out.
Look, I think they played well for the last 15 minutes.
Yeah. Melbourne by 12, so.
But I honestly don't think that they'll do the same to Melbourne that they tried to pull to the Dogs. I think. And it's going to be in Melbourne. I think it's going to be 38 degrees. It's going to be like much better temperature. So, anyway, enough about the Tigers. Dolphins, Broncos. I'm so G'd for this game.
What a game.
Bro, wow. I want the Dolphins to smash them. I hope the Redcliffe Dolphins smash them.
I think Broncos will come with the winning this one.
Yeah, I don't know.
I got Brisbane. I think their forward pack will be too strong.
Yeah. With Kafusi out.
Yeah.
I think that's the big thing. That Kafusi's out. But I will say it will be closer than people think. And Wayne Bennett is a master of getting his team up for the big games. There is some suggestion that Milford might play the game. Some suggestion because he's been training at 6 for the last week, whereas he hasn't been doing that the previous weeks. I hope he doesn't. I hope that Isaiah Katoa gets the chance to prove himself in the biggest game of his career. I do have the Broncos winning, but I don't have them winning by much. And if they lose,
I think it'll be a close game.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I'm looking at both sides, and even the forward packs on both sides are quite stacked. Even though Kafusi's missing.
Yeah.
Don't forget, Dolphins picked up some good players in Lamelu and Gilbert from the Cowboys. I mean, at best they're rep players, and then you look at the interchange bench on both sides, stacked with
It's not a bad
talent
Not
on
a
both
bad
sides.
side. It's looking good.
I mean,
It's going to be a tight game, I think.
Jared Wallace, Mark Nichols, Ray Stone, and Mason Teague on the bench for the Dolphins is not a bad bench.
Not a bad. Wow.
Cowboys Titans. I want to say Cowboys by 6, but I'm not confident. I don't know what's going on with them. This could be their game to make a statement for 2024.
Yeah.
2023, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to make a bold one in this one. I'm going to go to the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I just
That's a big
don't.
one.
I mean, I think the Gold Coast got some points in them this week.
They
Yeah.
do. Yeah, I think they do.
I think that Jaden Campbell, if he turns it on, can score a few himself.
He's a freak.
I know he's coming off the bench.
But he's adding a spark.
I don't know. I just think the Cowboys have been uninspired. Just lacking creativity. It could be from their halves.
Yeah.
Did Chad Townsend overachieve last year? I'm starting.
I don't think they've overachieved.
He had
I
a
don't
few
think so.
ordinary years at Cronulla, so
I think Titans by 6
I think-
for me.
No, I'm saying.
yeah, I got the Gold Coast. I got the Gold Coast by 8. So
Cowboys by 6. I think.
it could be a blowout. Who knows?
Yeah, I think they
But
might.
if you look at that
You don't know,
bench, Granville, Lukey, Tonoa Brown, timeout for the Cowboys. It's
That's-
like you got 2 retirees on there.
Yeah.
Tonoa Brown wouldn't probably be in your 17 out of a lot of clubs, or probably on the bench. He's not a bad player. It's
No,
just-
he's not.
I mean,
No, he's not.
and then Lukey, I don't know much about Lukey.
He's okay. He was injured all of last year, and he's come back this year. Look, I think it'll be a good game though. Good Queensland derby up there, but
Yeah.
I think Cal will want to come back from their loss. Rabbitohs Seagulls.
Wow.
I'm all in for the Rabbitohs for this one.
I think
boys.
Rabbitohs will want to do it for John Sattler. So
Absolutely.
I think
Which
so.
which is also very sad that he passed away yesterday. He was legend of the game, and
was their premiership captain when they won, I think, 4 and 5 years. I think he captained Australia as well.
that's right. Yeah.
It was tough as nails. Everyone knows the story about him playing with a broken jaw.
Yeah.
What a story. I remember that story. I was told.
So
Yeah, it's just crazy. You see photos and you just see his jaw just look,
and he's still playing like the bloke doesn't.
look, wow, what is this?
I think Manly is going to come on top on this one.
You got Manly, eh?
Yeah, I got Manly on this one.
Nah.
Yeah.
Souths are missing a few forwards again.
That's why.
They're missing their main up the middle, Totola.
Totola's gone.
Out again.
Yeah.
How's Totola out for?
I think another 4 weeks. Yeah.
I'm going to go Souths. I think they got Jacob Host back. I like the look of their back three in the forwards. Murray, Host, Kilamatangi. Burgess has had a good start to the
He had
year.
a very good start to the
I
season.
think if Fafita, the other starters, to look if Fafita has a good start to the game, they should get over the top of Manly.
Yeah.
I know Olakawatu's on the other side and Paseka. And Paseka's a gun forward.
Yeah, Paseka's a crazy forward.
He's a gun forward. I mean, the opponent's a very strong forward pack as well. So,
Yeah, I got Rabbitohs by 6. Divo?
geez, it's a tough one. You know,
Yeah.
I want to go Rabbitohs. I'm going to go Rabbitohs by 12. I know you've gone Manly, haven't you?
Yeah, I got
It's
Manly,
good.
yeah.
That's a good shout,
I
actually.
think Manly, yeah.
I think mainly it'll be a very close one.
Yeah.
No, I don't think anyone's going to win convincingly, but I want to go Rabbitohs. Dogs and Warriors have spoken. I'm going Dogs by plenty.
Yep.
You guys are going Warriors.
Look, if the Dogs pull it off, a sentiment in the club will just go through the roof.
Look, if the Dogs play
The
80
next
minutes...
game, where's their next game after that? Do you know if they have a home game coming up after the Warriors?
No, we're versing the Cowboys.
We'll be up in
I think it's up in
there.
Dairy Farmers, yeah.
It's not Dairy Farmers anymore.
Not-
Sorry,
1-300 Smiles.
I don't think it's that either, but anyway.
Keeps getting changed.
that's a good one.
Wow.
I only remember
look,
the other names.
If they string a few games together and all of a sudden it's a home game, let's say, I think they play at obviously Accor Stadium,
Yeah.
is it? They expect themselves a 25 to 30,000 crowd.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
You know,
Big
really,
crowd, yeah.
really, look, it'd be lovely if they can get all their games back at Belmore, if they can get that 100 million from the government. Because if you go to Belmore, on the hillside, there is swaths of parkland behind that.
It's beautiful,
You can
man.
build a grandstand there, or, you know, and you can still build a parking station behind there.
And the thing is, the training facilities in that are
And you got the
world-class.
train station nearby.
Yeah, and the train station. It's a good suburban stadium. It needs to go to about.
Just need traffic control on game day, and you
it
sort
needs
it.
about 25,000. Like it
more
needs to go
parkings.
to about 25,000. If you can
Yeah,
honestly,
or
if you can
22 and a half, get it there first.
if you can get it to 25,000, I reckon you'll have sold out crowds most weeks.
They got their current grandstand there. It fits a lot. It holds well. I think that was one of the old SCG grandstands from the
moved it over.
1930s
Yeah, I
or
think it
something,
was, yeah.
but it's just nice and flat in it. You can set a lot of people in there.
Alright, so quickly, we've got Knights in Canberra. Your
Oh, God.
quick tip. This is going to be a dreadful game. I'm
boring game.
I'm actually going Knights, believe it or not.
And this game's in Newcastle, is it?
McDonald Jones Stadium, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Look,
like
I think Canberra's going to add to the misery of Newcastle. So I'm going to go Canberra by 14. I know it's a big scoreline. There's, honestly, I know we had a few blowout scorelines towards the end, but a lot of the games this year have actually been close.
I love it. It's been excellent.
I know we had a few
Yeah, I
blowout,
agree, yeah.
flattering scorelines, which probably shouldn't have been like that.
Yeah.
But even now, I feel like
Well, like the Dragons losing 40-18.
that could be one of them. No, that's fair enough. Even look, the only game has there only been once? Has there been a one-sided game this year? Like from start
Yeah,
to finish?
Manly v Dogs.
Is that the only game
I
we've
think
had
it's
this
the
year?
only one
I
side.
that game. Was
And then you know what? The following week, the last 2 weeks, the Dogs have bounced back and got 2 wins together. Like even now, this Newcastle game, even when Newcastle lost 36-20, that scoreline was flattering.
Yeah.
It was a close
Newcastle
game.
actually played very well. And I actually think they'll do very well against the Raiders. I tipped them to win by 6. I'm telling
Like
you
even
that.
now, me saying Canberra are going to add to the misery by 14, I feel bad. Like I don't feel bad. I just feel like, am
Am I right? Am I wrong?
I going too far? Like it feels like it still be a close game, but I've just made that bold
I think
claim.
Raiders will win this one.
I got them by 14.
Dragons Sharks?
Jeez, I'll let you guys answer this one first because I look at Cronulla's 1-17 and they got their halfback back.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm tipping the Dragons on this one.
But I'll look at Cronulla's 1-17 and even the ones that have missed out in the 17, and I think like where's the weakness here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They even retained Trindu in the 17.
Yeah, they got him there.
Just in case. I know he's carrying a niggling injury, but they've retained him just in case one of their halves go down.
Tomorrow.
And then you look at some of the names that have missed out from Cronulla. You got like Jack Williams, you got Beryl, who's good, and Connor Tracy.
Yeah.
Connor Tracy.
I can't believe
He's a gun player, but I just look at the 1 set, and then I look at the Dragons and I think, yeah, but your last 10 last week was just disastrous. You're a good bunch, but
I actually think
it's at Cogra, by the way. I think that will be a sellout.
I think Dragons will take
I'm calling Drake. I'm gonna say Sharks by 6 only because
close
Nico
game.
Hines is there. But honestly, if Nico wasn't there, I'd say Dragons.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be really close.
You look at Cronulla's forwards, and they got the names are like Rudolph and Hamanueli, and then they got obviously Royce Hunt on the bench. It's just strong, and Nikora and Wilton's had a good season so far. Even the back end of last year, Finucane, we all know about Finucane. And you look at their bench is strong as well. They got former Dragons captain Cameron McInnes is sitting there as well. Tough. And then you look at the Cronulla's back 7. They got some silky smooth players in there. Will Kennedy. You got the destroyers in the centres.
I think Will Kennedy has his flaws though.
He's come a long way.
He has,
He was
but-
my fullback. I remember at SG War.
Yeah.
He's come a long
Right.
way. He was on the bench. He wasn't even starting. Wow.
Probably.
come
But
a
then you
long
got
way.
Talakai and Ramian in the centres, and they're both destroyers. Absolute destroyers when
I
they're
think.
on.
Look, I think if you
They
can
could
target,
really-
if you target Talakai,
Yeah.
I think he has enough in him to be like put under pressure and make a lot of mistakes.
Look, in defence, he might make some, but in attack, they're like two extra battering rams. And Ramian's so strong, and Talakai's just a wrecking ball when he gets rolling. I'm gonna go Cronulla. I'm gonna go Cronulla by
don't tip
10.
against your team, bro.
I'm gonna go Cronulla by 10. That's how I'm
Really?
seeing it.
Oh wow.
I went against the Dragons against the Brisbane.
Yeah.
I almost got the scoreline right.
Yeah.
I didn't expect them to play that well, but
What was the scoreline again? 40-18.
yeah, 48. I went about
Yeah.
14. I went 13 plus.
Yeah.
So I didn't think they'd play too badly. They didn't, but yeah.
I think Dragons by a try for
You're going the Dragons.
I'm
Yeah.
going Dragons as well.
Oh, jeez, both of them.
Yeah.
It's,
Oh no, sorry, I'm going Sharks. What am
Yeah,
I
I
saying?
know
I'm never
you're-
tipping
sorry.
Dragons. Dragons are going to sack themselves. No, I think that's the last
it,
game
yeah.
of the round.